Blog Talk Radio.
Same shit. And the niggas that surround me.
All right. We got Robert Thomas in the building. Can you hear me out there good?
This is Robert. I can hear you.
Okay. What about now?
I can hear you.
All righty. So, Mr. Robert Thomas, Dyer, we live in. We're live in. We've been waiting on this interview. Sorry about the hold up and things like that. So let's kick it off with letting everybody know who you are and you know how long you've been doing music and what is.
Yeah, in a general sense. First of all, let's get something straight. This is R. Thomas talking, and R. Dyer's already gone to heaven, so he can't participate in this interview, but he is here. So I just want everybody to know that I'm a singular duo. Anyway, R. Dyer and I started writing music when we were about 14 years old, back in high school, junior high school, right in that era. And we continued to write even though I went away for a long time, like a decade or so, school, army, et cetera, et cetera. When we got back together again, when I came back to my hometown, we continued our writing activities. And we've been writing since, I guess, 1969. Now, R.
1960.
Dyer passed away.
That's a long time to be in it. So you're a musical genius. You're one of the greats to say. I mean, I know you you guys just did it as a hobby, but you make great music. Like, this music is great.
Well, you have to understand that I did not start out as a musician. The music part was supposed to be handled by R. Dyer for eternity, but since he passed away, I had to do everything. So I had to learn the guitar, I had to learn the keyboard, I had to learn how to put things together. And so what you hear now is everything that I learned from him transferred into what I could produce. So, he's part of it. Yeah.
Definitely, his legacy will live on through you guys' music and the relationship you guys had and the legacy that you guys made here with this music. So you play instruments. Not only do you make music. Now you play instruments. So that's you on the instrumentation. That's you on the instruments of those tracks.
I do everything but the drums. The drums, I have a special guy, Jeff McAllister. He comes in from Indiana, and the studio we use is in. Jeff McAllister from Indiana. He comes in, and he goes to the studio. And after I've sent all the tracks to my engineer at DSL Studios in Louisville, Kentucky, Jeff rides over the bridge from Indiana and lays down the drums. And then my engineer, Mike Baker, he takes everything and gets everything together. We go back and forth. Oh, yeah, Mike Baker, DSL Studios, Louisville, Kentucky. If you need to do something in Louisville, you have got to go see Mike, because he's going to get it done. And he's going to get it done very professionally, and he has an attention to detail, and he can see things sonically that a lot of us would not even
probably would miss. You probably would miss to the untrained ear. To the untrained ear, you maybe miss it, but Mike on it.
And it's strange, but when we try and do things ourselves, what'll happen is it'll come out, but it'll sound like we're singing through a tin cup, because we don't know what we're doing sonically. And when we mix it with the rest of the song, our voice will disappear, and we do things wrong, and we don't know we're doing them wrong.
That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. If you get somebody that's willing to work with you, like Mike has worked with me for years now. He's worked with me since 2009. So the way that we produce and the way he engineers, he knows what he's going to get from me. He gets Jeff involved for the percussions, and then he goes through everything and puts everything in its place out there. When he talks about the acoustic stage. And what he's talking about is where he places things in the sphere of music that are coming out of the speakers. So, he's actually thinking of performers on a stage when he produces these songs. And I think that's one of the reasons why they come out as well as they do. It's not the music, the songs that I have presented to the world. They aren't songs that you're going to hear in your radio, because they require a little bit of input from you. Hello?
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. We got a little cutout right there. Can you hear us out there, Robert?
Yes, now I can hear you again.
Okay. So I like I was saying, sorry before it cut out.
That's okay.
That acoustic sound is definitely what you're looking for within music when you're doing music. So
See, I'm not trying to mimic anybody, or I'm not trying to fit myself into a style, and so it's hard for people to get a hold of what I am actually presenting, and I know that I'm not a dub sound. I'm not a dance hall sound, but I'm not going to hit you over the head with the bass and the drums. I'm going to give you a song. That's what I'm going to give you.
Real artistry, a real artist, like a real artist, like and I definitely get that. I definitely get those real song vibes. Like I said, when we were speaking earlier in the week. You definitely and listening to songs like Soul Station and Lolita, like you definitely have like you guys had a different chemistry. You guys had a different style. You could tell. I mean, you can tell the chemistry was there between you and our Dyer and the people that you like Mike, who you spoke of, and doing it
right.
Helping you with the instrumentation and you doing the instruments, you guys chemistry and it blended very well. And then with the lyrics like they tell a story. Like you have a fun.
Exactly.
You have a fun. Like you really can't put you in a box. You really can't. You really can't put your style in a box. It really is a style of your own, and you would have to, we need that music in the game to even bring that genre. So we need you to come with a genre to even say what that sound. No one else has that sound. It's an original sound. So I definitely want to applaud you on that on your instrumentation. I didn't know that you did instruments and also the songwriting. I know because when we spoke, but like wow, that's great.
Yeah, but when I was when our Dyer was alive, all I wanted to do was write I just wanted to write. That's it. I came up with stories. I wanted to tell little stories, little feelings, and I just wanted to this is what I feel. This is a picture of what I feel. This happened, and I just wanted to, give people a little laughter and a little bit of joy, and and maybe they could have a little fun at my expense, and all the things that I've done wrong and that have gone wrong. Well, maybe other people might get a laugh out of it,
Maybe, but it's definitely not a joke, and it's definitely serious to a lot of us out here, especially as a musician. It's the musician code. The instrumentation, like I said, the instrumentation, the music, the lyrics that you're speaking, they definitely real, and there was definitely real times, and it's definitely there fun tracks. You got fun tracks, you got tracks that you can go down and boogie to, and then you also got tracks that you have to sit down and like really think.
We're gonna give you some heavy. We're gonna give you some dark shadows. We're gonna give you the margin of our existence. No? Oh yeah.
Yes.
We're not gonna shy away.
Robert
it's just
Thomas
like
in
that
the building.
song. It's just like the song "The Edge." That's what it is. The Edge.
Real spit. So we understand the album. The album has been getting you guys. You're working on the album. Back for a little while now. So how is that going? And what are the things? Can you explain? What are the things? Why we aren't getting the album, the new album? or will we be getting it soon? I hear that we'll be getting it soon, right?
I truthfully, I had expected it to be out last week, and it was supposed to drop to all the digital stores last week, and the distributor, CD Baby, they declined distribution because the artist was not a single name, it was two names for one artist. In other words, they would not accept R. Dyer and R. Thomas as the artists. And so they refused to distribute. So I had to show them R. Dyer and R. Thomas have a presence already on the internet as R. Dyer and R. Thomas, and that is the artist.
Right. These days, you have to have a presence on the internet, since things has went from, you know, kind of hands-on and hard copy to digital. Everything is digital now, so yeah, that's the way.
I've pointed out to them that we have. Yeah, there's plenty of. I mean, I already have an album on the internet from CD Baby, which was the ETA is DOA album, and also the CD Hurricane. So two of these CDs that I have produced are already out there as R. Dyer and R. Thomas. So what are you doing? What are you doing to me?
Real shit. Get that music out there. Like, this need to get out there. We're not.
I had to show them that they're the ones that put the artist out there as R. Dyer and R. Thomas. So, what's the argument here?
Yeah, right. Exactly. So it shouldn't be a problem, coming back around, second album, third album, fourth album,
Right.
Right.
Now they want to put it out. They want to put it out under a single artist, and they want to use R. Dyer. I said, no, that is not who the artist is. The artist is R. Dyer and R. Thomas.
And R. Thomas, you're not understanding. It is one entity. Two people, right. two people, two people being representing one entity. It's R. Dyer, right. R. Thomas. So get it right.
I have all of the copyrights. I'm the sole copyright, and I control the destiny of all the songs. A single party controls everything. Right. There's no split of royalties to be concerned with, or production royalties or mechanical royalties. No, it's all mine, and they know it. And I've signed papers that explain that I am the sole proprietor of this artist. But
yes, of this work, of this body of work.
They got to go talk to their lawyer, I guess. Anyway, as soon as they do straighten that out, it goes straight to the digital stores. As soon as they get done reviewing it. So it could be any minute now. This show right here might be the answer. Maybe they get a hold of this show.
We definitely gonna keep you in rotation. The song has actually been getting some good reviews. Well, the music that we have played, like Seoul Station, Lolita, they have been getting some reviews on Real Estate Radio when we're podcasting and within the evening times. We just got off, and we actually got a lot of love. It got a lot of love.
Yeah,
it got a lot of love. And we're definitely going to keep it in rotation and keep the music in rotation. So you don't have to worry about Real Estate Radio. Real Estate Radio got the music out there. We're waiting for the links so we can put the Spotify links out on our playlist, on our curated playlist, and rack in those streams and help get it out there to the audience and the listeners they need to get to.
Well, I sure do appreciate you doing that. I know you don't have to, and it goes beyond any reality that I have existed in before. I'm an anonymous guy. You know, nobody out there knows R. Dyer and R. Thomas. We're just two guys that sit in the background and do what we want to do and do it the way we want to do it, and that's it. Because
so you guys are definitely independent. So have you ever worked with a label, or were there ever any label or deal shots once upon a time, or here? Are you guys
I'll
been
tell
independent?
you what happened. I could, I could read you off the list of critiques and bad reviews and objections. You know, one of the best ones was somebody who I had sent the CD to. I think it was Hurricane, the one before this, and he said, wow. Why? You know, his note back to me. Why am I listening to this music?
We do have a little bit of a younger crowd. We have a mixed crowd. We have a mixed audience, but we do have a little bit a younger crowd who is listening in right now because we're in prime time hours. You know, so can you explain and let everybody know who that person is that you just spoke of, who that label is?
Well, I'm sorry to tell you, I am. It was a personal note to me, so I'm not going to badmouth any of those guys. But
okay.
Here's what the younger people need to understand: do not stop. No matter how many people tell you that they do not understand you, that they think what you're doing is cannot be mentally accepted and is socially worthless, listen to none of those guys. Just keep doing it. If you got an idea, you just keep going after it. And you go after it and don't give up.
You know what he's talking about. Never give up, never quit, never stop.
I've had my whole life, people have been telling us that we were the, dregs of songwriting. You know, we're just, why don't we take up bowling? Great. Or why don't we learn how to play cards or something?
That's really that's great. But that's their own. It's really not. That's their own preference. That's their own. That's how they feel. You know, you have people out here who love and respect the music that you guys make, especially when you get online and you see and produced out and you have hella views. Excuse my French, but you have views and you have a fan base, so it's nothing. It's all about within this industry. It's all about getting your music within the right people, within the right people, hands. And like you said, it was just you started out just a hobby and just wanting to just write the songs, kind of play in the backfield and things like that. So, you're pretty much. It really doesn't affect you, how people, I guess, judge in that way, so to speak.
No,
but,
you can't.
I know definitely.
No, don't let them get to you. They don't know what they're talking about. That's the whole thing. They may have a position of influence or power, but that doesn't mean nothing. The only thing that counts is that you have brought forth something that you will present to other people as a gift from you and your inner soul. And if you're willing to show other people your inner soul, they will respond. It's just human nature.
And that's definitely y'all hearing it first right here on Real Spirit Radio. Rest in peace to the late, R. Dyer. You know what I'm saying? We have R. Thomas up in here, the representative and holding it down in here for real, giving out gems and jewels for y'all to use, the news that you can use. So definitely listen to your dreams. Never stop. Keep pushing. We're going to get into some of this good music for you guys in a minute. See some reviews out there. You guys want to hear the music. You hear us talking. We'll get in with that in a minute. But right now, y'all check this out. So we're gonna actually we got some more questions for you.
Ready?
Robert, and so who are some of your, we know you said you didn't expect to be just doing music on the scale that you're doing music on now, which is very big, and dealing with labels and having your music, being put out and on a big scale and on radio and things like that. But like, who are some of the people that you listen? Who are some of the artists that you listen to on the radio and that you took a liking to, or that that you studied and liked coming up?
Yes. Now, I want to tell you, I'm just a regular old rock and roller. I'm a child of the era in which I grew up, was the 60s, 70s, and 80s. So all of those people who were big all through those years, of course, I listened to their stuff. But what I really studied were the single guys that were writing their own songs and singing their own songs. My guys, in my heart, Warren Zevon, who's a rock and roller from California, Lou Reed from New York City. Ray Davies is if anybody out there wants to learn how to write songs, you got to study Ray Davies from the Kinks. That guy is a master songwriter. I'm a little bit behind. I'm an 80s baby, Robert, but I'm even a little bit behind on that. So can you explain who that is? That sounds like that's one of your faves right there. Oh yeah, Ray Davies. Okay, the band is the Kinks. They're from England. Two brothers, Ray Davies and Dave Davies. From England. And then they have a drummer and a bass player. But Ray Davies wrote all of their lyrics and most of their songs. He is a wonderful songwriter.
Wow,
he's been writing.
I'm definitely going to have to do my homework.
He's been writing songs since the 60s, and I believe his last CD was in 2018 or 19. He's still writing. That's my point. This guy just goes on and on and on, and he's a rock and roller. So people don't know who he is because his band was more important than himself. But he was the force behind all of the band's big songs. So that guy gets a lot of kudos from me. And then my other favorite single artist, Randy Newman, who the young people might know from music scores for movies and things like that. But he is the best Americana songwriter you will have, and the reason why his music fills up all the movies in the background is it's just pure Americana. That's just Randy Newman. When you see a movie, I guess the last big movie that he wrote the music for was Seabiscuit, which came out in 2014 or 15 or something like that.
Everybody knows about Seabiscuit.
Yeah, if you listen to that movie,
we've all watched that. Yes.
Yeah, it's the best horse story you'll ever see in your life. And the music behind that movie, it almost becomes its own character because that's how good Randy Newman is as an artist. And then I have two other guys that I have enjoyed throughout. See, these guys have gone on through my whole life. So every year, every 2 years, I hear an album by these guys. They just keep writing, So there's two other guys I'll mention real quick. One is a country guy, His name is Steve Earl. Steve Earl comes out of Nashville. He does his life in Texas, and then he comes to Nashville to try and make it big. Comes up here with like $15, works like a dog, struggles, scrapes, scratches, and finally makes a name for himself. And he writes good songs. And the last person I'll mention is from my home area.
Remind you of somebody.
Yeah, from my home area. Oh, well, I like him because he's got some bad songs. He's got some real boogie songs, and then he has a whole bunch of slow romantic ballads.
Out on iHeartRadio, getting a lot of love. Yeah. iHeartRadio, Spotify. Appreciate y'all listening in to us, man. Real spit. All right, Thomas, Robert Thomas, live in the building.
And now another guy who has been there through my whole life, I want to mention from my home area. My home area is outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And a person,
brother.
Yeah, a person that I've listened to all my life is Todd Rundgren, who is from Upper Darby, which is a suburb of Philadelphia. He went on, he started out as a rock and roller. He went on to produce and has, since the 90s, has produced fabulous albums for a whole bunch of other artists that, make their careers almost, career-making albums. So he is, when you want to listen to...
musical greats. Right there in your corner, like that you just, hey, that's unless you ask.
Yeah. Todd Rundgren, when you want to learn how to formulate a chorus, you go look for anything he's ever done. Todd Rundgren is your number one rock and roll choral artist. That's it. Nobody does harmonies like him. So those are the guys that I've grown up with. I still listen to them, and I love them all, and they keep writing. Those are your masters.
Yeah, let's get it, and definitely, and we know you're a rocker, and I'm an artist as well. I do hip hop. I do all sorts of music. You can't really put me in a box. I'm an original artist myself. It's just like you. And I do R&B. I do all kind of music.
Yeah. Just wait.
How can you explain? I'm gonna say it like this. How can you explain, like, do you get any of your, like, your harmonies are these artists that you study that you take from and you like implemented and integrated your own style and your own originalness with it that made a mix and that's what and that's how you get Robert Thomas in the music and the songs like Soul Station and things like that.
Yeah, when the harmonies that are created are all sung by me, and so I'm constricted because I do not have the grand vocal voice. I just have a gruff, grunting, my voice comes from everybody in my town worked in a steel mill and nobody could hear anybody else. So everybody had to grunt at each other. So you went, rah, 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 and the other guy would understand you because all you were doing was like pointing and gesturing, and then they would know what you needed, right? So I never had much enunciation and vocal, my vocal abilities are not well developed. So my harmonies are all based on what I can do.
Rugged, and that's what I wanted to say. Like as being a hip hop artist, like it came back to me exactly what I wanted to say too. And add in there. As being a hip hop artist, and rock being, the first form of hip hop rock is really hip hop, and it comes from rock and guys who make music like that make music in the way that you make music as a rocker, still have a bounce and an upbeat, and it can be a dance, like Run DMC and Aerosmith songs and Kid Rock songs, like and things like that, like so, like like you really, and like that's when I first listened, I got like Kid Rock, like from my generation, like we really know Kid Rock, keep rolling, but he got that voice, that rough and rugged voice, just like keep rolling, and he rocking out on there. But even though you're rocking out too, and your vocal ability, it doesn't sound bad. It doesn't sound bad to me at all.
Right.
From the songs that I've listened to and I've heard and analyzed, it don't sound bad at all. You put me in the mind of that kind of mood and that kind of feel. Like you can take it that way, like of a Kid Rock. I don't know if you're a fan of Kid Rock at all, but
those guys are very good. Now, what you want to listen to? The what?
I said, but you also have like this rock pop style, like it's like a rock pop style, but it has soul, funky, like so, like it's wild. You guys don't have to get to hear this music, CD baby. Let's get this music out there. Like we need this music out there, like. So people can really, really understand. But if not, you can go ahead and go look up R Dyer /R Thomas right now on YouTube and go check out some of the hits, man. Real spit.
Yeah, I just want them to know that they're not going to have a normal experience. It's not going to be anything that they can possibly expect, because we're coming from left field,
Right? Like,
we're not mainstay.
I was like, when I first like got the music and we got in touch. I heard the music from our Share Pro, and the team got that to me, and you got to hear this music. So I once I heard the music, I'm like, okay, yeah, we definitely have a spot for, we definitely have a spot to play this on Real Spirit Radio. But it's just like like who are they? Like who are these artists? Like why haven't I heard like
Shannon, when those people are introducing my songs, what they say is this. They say, here is R Dyer and R Thomas, the singular duo. And that's all they have to say. And people out in the radio land, they're going to say, the singular duo? What does that mean? Well, one artist representing two, that's all.
Real spit. And it's, oh, that's, y'all got to get it. Like that, it flew over. Okay, cool. Like I'm definitely like on time. I'm definitely on time. Like I wasn't, but okay, I'm on time. Or Thomas, like you're hey, this is genius. Like you're a genius. Like for real. Like without further ado, can you please do one thing for us here on Real Spirit Radio? We need you to introduce. We need you to introduce Seoul Station. The people need to hear this. They need to hear where I'm coming from. They need to hear where you're coming from. I'm sorry, and hear what I'm hearing.
Okay, so you would like me to introduce Seoul Station?
Yes, sir.
Seoul Station, a song about a bunch of bums that are actually dressed in U.S. Army GI uniforms, and all they do is ride railroad cars around the country of Korea to deliver ammunition. And so every day they're subject to being blown up, so they kind of act as free as you could possibly act, knowing you might be done. So it's kind of a picture that I hope everybody can understand. It's a picture of a beautiful building with a whole bunch of action. It's just action everywhere. Action. Little children, dogs, people putting their umbrellas up, people putting them down, people reading newspapers, everybody running to the train as they're announced, people coming off of the train. It's just a commotion of a whole bunch of people who, for the most part, are happy. Yeah. It's a happy building. So
Real spit. Go ahead. We don't mean to cut you off. It's your show, like I said.
Yeah. So here is a train ride for you, and it will take you in. You will bounce in hopefully 4 different directions when you hear this song, because it should mimic the riding of a rail car.
Hello. Introducing Lasers.
Hello.
Yo, baby.
and the dogs step around looking for an advantage. Well, I scratch my untamed facial growth, wipe the dry sand from my eyes. I twirl and swirl and swing the little ones into a laughing school. They want a moment of fun. Before selling more guns.
I got nothing to say. Let the others wait for a chance. Work if you want to, but don't think I'm lazy. I'm basically crazy. I'm basically me. Where is our romance? Pregnant if you were strange in need. Is this a place where I slip out? Ever said I love you? I never felt so blue. Maybe I'm crazy. Where's my love for you? What else is strange to see? We act like new machines. Our love should reign supreme. Emotional poverty. Emotional poverty. When I let myself loose on the world, especially with you, I can't imagine what you'll see of me. Is there something that we can do? Is there something I never knew? Maybe I'm crazy. I'm basically me. I'm basically me. Work if you want to. Don't think I'm lazy. I'm basically crazy. I'm basically me. I'm basically me. I'm basically me. I'm basically me. Is there something that we can do? Is there something I never knew? Maybe I'm crazy. I'm basically me. I'm basically me.
Real good video. Robert Thomas in the building.
Yeah.
I just had to play that one. Basically me. Basically.
That's a jump song, and it's what I feel
Hey,
inside
that's the make
every
you want to
day
tap
when I get
dance
up.
and make you want to boogie. I was just through here hey.
Oh, yeah. That's just when I get up in the morning, that's, unless I'm sick as a dog, that's how I feel. I kind of spring out of bed. catch me later on in the day, maybe I'm dragging a little bit. But when I get out of bed, boy, I'm ready to roll.
Yes, and yes, certainly. And definitely, I already know how you feel when you wake up in the morning, you get up out of bed, like you said, when you rolling and you good, you feeling good, you upbeat, you happy, you ready to, you ready to get your day jump started. That's one that you get your day jump started off of, and
That's
just
right.
dance all the way to the keys and outside to the car on the way. Definitely,
Absolutely.
That's a track that I feel like that track that basically it should be sent to films that's definitely that films that was about you should send out sync licenses and give sync licenses to films that portray those times and that show about those times, like when that type of feel of the music was real, the Broadway and the tap dance type of feel, like as I'm listening to basically me, it puts me in a feel like of a movie. Like I definitely would hear it in a scene of a movie of just like in those like back in the day. So like movies that show from the 1960s that are like about the 1960s and 70s. Like I definitely think you should send that song and pitch it to movies, and give them sync licensing and promote that song, solely to movies. I definitely think it'll get it picked up within the first couple of months within you pitching it. I can almost guarantee it. It's just the vision for the songs and where you want to take the songs and where you want to send the songs out to and who you're promoting is definitely important. And
right,
that's where people of my expertise come in at, because I can kind of help and help point you in the direction that you're trying to go. There's plenty of platforms for this type of music that you make, especially. There is a crowd for you.
I agree with you. You need somebody in your corner that knows the ropes. You got to have somebody out there. Yeah, you got to have somebody on your side.
I have some opportunities already for you right now already that I can definitely send your way, and that you can look up and what's going on with this whole sync licensing thing. You can read and see for yourself. And there's a lot of great platforms out here that are helping artists get sync licenses for films and soundtracks to be on soundtracks of movies and things like that. And basically me, like
right.
I'm as we say, as young people.
What does that song make you feel
real.
like? That's all I want to know.
It just made me dance. I was just dancing through. It just makes you want to dance. It's like, it put me in that. It put me in the mind state of it put me in a mind state of like a movie. Like I felt like I was in one of those, one of those movies I watched when I was coming up, and like Broadway. It puts me in a Broadway feel, and just
right.
jump up, clap your heels. I did that.
That's it. That's it. Oh yeah. Well, I'm happy it did that, because that's exactly where that song is aimed at. It's just, hey, don't feel like you have to be everything that everybody else says. Just be yourself and go at it. That's real what that song is all about.
And that's real. And that's just me being real. Like, it definitely put me in that whole feel of, Broadway and movies. And just like, I'm trying to think of an actual movie. We have 19 seconds. 19 seconds left in the review. Well, a minute and 19 seconds. I'm sorry. So I'm not gonna cut it off. We will be having more reviews, and we'll be hearing more from R. Thomas. He's a part of the Real Spirit Radio Club. You know what I'm saying? Y'all show major love to R. Thomas. Before we get up out of here, though, we have delivery.
Oh, Delivery Pizza. Now, this is a tough song. This song is about my adolescence. I spent my adolescence in an army hospital.
Okay, hold on. This Real Spirit Radio. This Real Spirit Radio. And if you still have time, Robert, we can stay in, and we would like to cover that story, you know, of your military background, if you can speak, or if you want to share on that, you know, and things, and speaking on the song. So you have. Oh,
if you're gonna Shannon, if you're gonna present that song, I will stay on and explain it. I love that song.
Yeah, we
absolutely
definitely
love
need
that song.
We need that. We have to.
Well, before we go into that song, I just want to say that during a large portion of my life, I was very poor, and I had people who sheltered me. You know, they, like one time, a fella didn't have any other way of helping me, but he allowed me to sleep under his dining room table. You know what I'm saying? And I stayed with him for like 2 months until I could get on my feet. And
wow.
Other people provided me with some place to put my head down and stuff. So I just want to say hello to the good guys that I knew in a younger age, Tall Dave, Craig, Danny Boy, and my good friend DJ Jim from Florida, who, you know, he was there. I didn't have nothing to offer him, and he just accepted me and said, "Come on in. I got a place for you." You know, people like that, they are the ones that you want to be loyal to and honorable with, and never sell them out, because those people are golden. Always remember that.
You're definitely right about that. You never want to burn a bridge that you have to cross again, and definitely don't want to burn a good friend, a good buddy, you know what I'm saying, a lifelong partner. You definitely want to stay loyal and keep those people in your corner.
Exactly. I'm still friends with all of those guys, even though we've all gone our separate ways, and you know, I have enough money that I don't need to have other people support me. But I got to tell you, those guys were lifesavers, you know. So remember those people, honor those people.
Salute to those guys, you know what I'm saying, the good old boys, you know what I'm saying. You always have to, you know, stay loyal to them and keep them in mind, you know, and every chance you get, and when it come across you, you know, and it moves you, the spirit moves you or what have you, you know, definitely, you know, pay homage.
Yeah. And there's a whole community that has allowed me to grow and do these songs. I didn't do it on my own. You know, some people, they fed me. Some people, they gave me beers. You know, some other people showed me their music. Many people from my hometown.
Wow.
Just too many to name everybody.
Some people gave me beers, and I don't just mean to point, you know, I'm not just pointing that out, and it's not a bad thing that I'm pointing out. So some people gave me beers. They don't know about being on that road and just doing this music and things, and, you know, and it's just, you know, like, hey, you know what I'm saying, I think it's pay me in brews, you know what I'm saying, I've been paid in brews,
I mean,
you know. Hey, give me a VIP section and a couple bottles, and, you know, I can feed my crowd and bring a.
You're hearing these songs today because of those people who assisted when they did not have to. That's all I want to say. That, you know, there's a whole community of people behind me.
Yes. And y'all know what it is. So like like I said, before we get up out of here, we definitely want to get this delivery pizza. He say delivery pizza.
Everybody has got to have some homage, some honor given to those who go out to protect us. And I grew up in an Army hospital, and I experienced playing and competing with guys that had no arms, no legs. I shot pool and lost to a guy who only had one arm and no legs. And he went around the pool table with his wheelchair and whooped my butt. And those guys, don't ever pity them. They do not want your pity. What they want is they want you to give them an opportunity to feel what it's like to be good and to exceed and to deliver. Just remember that.
Sunburn trench into